I want to ask Senator Damon Thayer to come up. Senator.
Thank you, Governor. Good morning, everyone. Here it is, the long-awaited legislation proposing to amend Kentucky's Constitution relating to casino gambling. As the Governor said, I am the prime sponsor of this bill, and I'm proud to announce that my primary co-sponsor will be Senator R.J. Palmer, the Democratic leader in the Kentucky State Senate. Already signed on as co-sponsors are Senator Joey Pendleton, Senator Carol Gibson, Senator Gerald Neal, Senator Perry Clark, Senator Denise Harper Angel, and Senator Tom Buford. Republicans and Democrats in the state Senate joining together in a bipartisan manner to let the people decide an issue that has been debated in Kentucky and within the halls of this Capitol since 1994. We have a broad array from across the political spectrum gathered with us on this stage today. Republicans and Democrats, House members, senators, liberals and conservatives who are joining together to support the effort to once and for all put this issue on the ballot and let the people vote. This should come as no surprise to those who know me. Since I first announced that I was going to run in a special election for this office 9 years ago, I put in my campaign materials and answered every candidate questionnaire that on the issue of expanded gambling, I believe it should be settled by a vote of the people through a constitutional amendment. It's well known that 3 years ago I was opposed to the bill that would have approved slots by statute. I felt that that was not the way forward. This is also not the first time I have sponsored such a bill. In 2010, I sponsored a constitutional amendment to let the people decide. The governor, as they say, timing is everything. And the time is right. The time is right to put this issue on the ballot this November and let the people vote. You all know how our constitutional amendment process works. We can only put issues on the ballot in years ending in an even number, and it requires a supermajority of both the House and the Senate to put the issue on the ballot. 23 votes in the Senate and 60 votes in the House. I'm extremely pleased today to see House Democratic leadership has joined us on this stage. I think it lends tremendous credibility to this effort to have Speaker Stumbo and Speaker Pro Tem Clark joining us on this stage. I'm also pleased to have a member of Senate Republican leadership, Senator Carol Gibson, who has joined me in this effort to put the issue on the ballot and let the people vote. To me, this issue, this debate, is not about whether gaming is good or bad for Kentucky. As the governor noted in his comments, there are good arguments on both sides of this issue. And I believe that issue should be played out in a statewide constitutional amendment ballot issue this fall. That is where we can engage the millions of Kentuckians who hopefully will be voting in this fall's election, in a presidential year election when we will have the highest number of voters coming to vote than in any other year. The debate right now is about, do we let the people decide or not? It shouldn't be about personal attacks and character assassination and questioning one's motives. It should be about letting the people decide. And at the end of the day, I trust the people of Kentucky. Once they gather all the information that will be presented by both sides in this debate, I trust the people of Kentucky to make the right decision. Now, I'm pleased to have with us today, as our next speaker, another one of our statewide constitutional officers. And Governor, it should be noted, of course, that you won a huge landslide victory in November. And this is my first opportunity to congratulate you publicly on that. It's taken me a while to get over it a little bit. But I've moved on. And I want to say I appreciate the bipartisan spirit that you and I have adopted in working on this issue. No secret, this governor and I are two different parties, and we have many many different policy differences, but on this one, we are in agreement. Someone else who's in agreement is someone who was the largest vote getter, with all due respect, Governor, the largest vote getter in last November's statewide elections. He put together an impressive coalition of Republicans, Democrats, and independents to get more votes than anyone else on the ballot. He ran on this issue as part of his campaign platform and the effect that it could ultimately have on our important equine industry. And I appreciate so much Commissioner Comer's commitment to including the horse industry in the activities and operations of the Agriculture Department. So I would like, with no further ado, to announce my friend and the newest Commissioner of Agriculture in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Honorable James Comer.